In last lecture, we have discussed about the design of pressure vessel shell subjected to internal pressure only. Apart from the internal pressure, the pressure vessel shell has to subjected to various loads. For example, its self weight and its content, then the wind load or seismic load, or the load due to offset piping. All these loads causes the generation of various stresses within the shell, and we need to calculate the resultants of all these stresses. Therefore, once the thickness of shell, that is T, is estimated, it is necessary to determine the resultant stress in cylindrical vessel shell due to the combined loading. Now, which are those different stresses generated due to the loads? Okay, these are given below. The stress in circumferential direction, that is sigma T, that we have discussed in stresses generation in thin cylinder. The stress in longitudinal direction, in this, depending on the condition, there are three different categories which comes under longitudinal stress. First one is stress in longitudinal direction due to the internal pressure. Second, stress in longitudinal direction due to the weight of vessel and its content in case of vertical pressure vessel shell. And bending stress is generated in pressure vessel shell in case of horizontal pressure vessel shell due to its weight, and in case of vertical pressure vessel shell due to the wind load or seismic load. Third stress is generated, that is torsional shear stress due to the twisting moment due to offset piping. And fourth is nothing but the resultant. Resultant stress is nothing but the resultant of all above three stresses. In this way, due to the combined loading, various stresses are generated within the pressure vessel shell. Now we will discuss first one, the stress in circumferential direction, or we can say that tangential stress. Here it is the equation for tangential stress, that is sigma T is equal to Pi in bracket di plus T upon 2T, that is positive means tensile stress. This is already discussed under the section pressure vessel shell subjected to tangential stress in case of thin cylinder, where T is the thickness of cylindrical vessel shell without corrosion allowance. If corrosion allowance is considered, then value of T become Ts and it is T plus C, where C is the corrosion allowance. Now second stress, that is stresses in longitudinal or axial direction. Under this title, first case, that is stress generation due to the internal pressure, and here it is equation sigma L1 is equal to Pi di by 4T. It is tangential stress. Now the stress is generated due to the internal pressure, and as we know that internal pressure is Pi, di is the inner diameter and T is the thickness. Now stress in longitudinal direction due to the weight of vessel shell and its content in vertical pressure vessel shell. Now this is the new topic. In case of vertical pressure vessel shell, due to the weight and its content, the shell is subjected to compressive or tensile stress. Let us consider this case. There are two sections. The orientation is vertical, section AA and section BB. In case of vertical pressure shell, the compressive stress in the part of vessel shell above support AA is compressive, and the tensile stress in the part of vessel shell below support BB. So there are two zones, compressive stress zone and tensile stress zone. Above section AA, weight is considered as self weight of the pressure vessel shell, and if section BB is considered, then the weight is considered as weight of the vessel shell, its attachment below section BB, plus total weight of the fluid which contains in the pressure vessel shell. That is the difference in tensile compressive zone, tensile stress zone and compressive stress zone. Here you can observe it. The stress value is equal to W upon plus or minus pi di plus T bracket complete T, where W in case of section AA is weight of the vessel shell and attachment above AA, while W in case of section BB it is the weight of vessel shell and attachment below the section BB plus total weight of the fluid. Weight of the vessel shell and its attachment below section BB plus total weight of the fluid. And this is the formula for the longitudinal stress generation in vessel shell due to its self weight and fluid content in case of vertical pressure vessel shell. Plus or minus indicates for tensile or compressive. If you consider section AA, then the stress is compressive one, and if section BB is considered, then stress is tensile. The formula is very simple. Weight, that is load upon area, pi d, that is the perimeter of that vessel shell, into its thickness will gives us the stress area. So it becomes W upon pi di plus T into T, where di is inner diameter, W is weight depending upon the section that we consider, and T is the thickness. Now third case is bending stress. Bending stress in pressure vessel shell is arised or induced due to the self weight and the fluid content in case of horizontal pressure vessel shell, and due to the wind load or seismic load in case of vertical pressure shell. As we know that the bending formula is sigma is equal to m by z, that is m is maximum bending moment due to the normal load and z is the section modulus about an axis perpendicular to the longitudinal axis of vessel. That is the bending formula. Now the value of m varies as per the orientation of vessel shell. Now let us consider the value of section modulus, that is z. Now z is equal to I by y, where I is inertia and y is the layer at which modulus is calculated, and it is the maximum one, that is do by 2, where do is outer diameter. The value of Ixx is for circular section, it is pi r cube into t. So z is equal to pi r cube t upon do by 2. By putting the value of r as d by 2, we have the equation, that is pi d cube into t upon 4 do. It is nearly equal to pi d square t upon 4, while do is considered as d, so it becomes pi d square t upon 4. If we put the value of d, that is di plus t, inner diameter and thickness, so z will become pi do, z equal to pi in bracket di plus t bracket square into t upon 4, where r is the mean radius of vessel shell, it is equal to d by 2. This is the value of section modulus. Now we need to calculate m. If the vessel shell is horizontal, then bending moment value for horizontal pressure vessel shell is given by the equation m is equal to wt upon 60, m is equal to Wt upon 16 in bracket d square plus 2l square minus 4h square upon l plus 4h by 3 minus 8a. Now observe this sketch. Now here the maximum bending moment value m, this is bending moment diagram. You can observe the maximum bending value where L is the total length of vessel shell. L is the total length of vessel shell. H is the depth of head. And A, it is the distance between the ends of vessel shell and the support. From this equation we can calculate maximum bending moment occurs in case of horizontal pressure vessel shell, and if you put this value of m into this equation we can calculate maximum bending stress due to bending moment. Now in case of vertical pressure vessel shell, due to the wind load bending moment occurs and which causes bending stress in a vessel shell. Let us consider vertical pressure vessel shell subjected to wind load. So its equation mw is equal to fw1 in bracket h1 minus x upon 2 plus fw2 in bracket h1 minus x plus h by 2, where fw1 is the force arises due to the wind pressure on the lower part of vessel shell, that is P1 in bracket H1 minus X into dO. Here there are two parts of vertical pressure vessel shell, the lower part and upper part. Lower part it is mentioned by height H1 and upper part it is mentioned by height H2. P1, that is wind pressure, act on lower part, where P2 is wind pressure acting on the vessel shell on upper part. P1, that is wind pressure acting on lower part, and P2 is wind pressure acting on upper part. Due to this wind pressure there are two forces, Fw1 and Fw2, acting on lower and upper part respectively, and h is the total height of vessel shell. dO is outer diameter. So due to the pressure there is pressure force Fw1, its value is at section x, at section x the value of pressure force Fw1 is pressure P1 into that area, that is h1 minus x into dO, that is the outer diameter. Here you can observe Fw1, P1 into h1 minus x into dO. Similarly the Fw2 and its value is P2 into area, that is P2 multiplied by H2 into dO. Here Fw2 P2 into H2 dO, where dO is outer diameter, H2 is upper part height of vessel shell, P2 is pressure wind pressure applied on that upper part of vessel shell. The values are given for P1 and P2. In this way, we can calculate moment due to the wind load, and if we put this moment value in the bending stress, that is sigma B is m by z, we can calculate bending moment stress because of wind load in vertical pressure vessel shell. Similarly, we can calculate bending moment due to the seismic load at a distance x from the bottom, and whichever the value of maximum moment is considered for bending moment in case of vertical pressure vessel shell, and with this the total longitudinal stress is calculated, that is sigma L is equal to sigma L1 plus sigma L2 plus sigma L3, where sigma L1 is longitudinal stress generated due to the internal pressure, sigma L2 is stress in longitudinal direction due to the weight of vessel shell in case of vertical pressure vessel shell, and sigma L3 is longitudinal stress generated in longitudinal direction because of bending stress. Now third stress is torsional shear stress due to the offset piping, and it is calculated based on torsional equation, that is tau is equal to T by J upon R, where tau is torque about the longitudinal axis of vessel due to the offset, it is in Newton mm. J is polar moment of inertia for vessel cross section. So J by R, the value for circular cross section J is 2 pi r cube into T. R max is maximum diameter, that is outside diameter, do by 2. So the value become pi d cube by T upon 2 do. It is nearly equal to d. So pi d square T upon 2. By putting the value of d as di plus T, we have pi in bracket di plus T bracket square into T upon 2. So final equation of tau is T upon pi di plus T in bracket square T upon 2. By rearranging the values, we have tau is equal to 2T upon pi di plus T square upon T. This is the equation for stress generated due to torsion. Now all these three stresses, that is tangential stress, axial stress or torsional stress, we can calculate resultant stress with the formula sigma r in bracket sigma r is equal to square root in bracket sigma t square minus sigma t dot sigma l plus sigma l square plus 3 tau square bracket complete, where sigma t is tangential stress, sigma l longitudinal stress, tau is torsional stress. Here are the conditions for the safety of cylindrical pressure vessel shell, where sigma all is allowable stress value in case of tensile and compressive stress. With this, we can design the pressure vessel shell subjected to combined loading.